A trustee can remove a beneficiary from a trust if the trustee is also the trustor or settlor, the person that established and funded the trust, and that person is still alive. Then obviously, yes, they can. A revocable trust is very flexible in that regard. If there's a falling out among, for example, a parent and an adult child, and they want to cut them out of their trust, that's an easy thing to do. Now, once the trust becomes irrevocable, so when the settlor or trustor or the person that's created the trust has passed away, that revocable trust is now irrevocable. And it is difficult to remove a beneficiary at that point in time. A big part of whether or not that can be done is determined by the powers that the successor trustee is given in the trust. So the successor trustee is the person who takes over and controls the property that belongs in the trust once the original trustee has passed away. And sometimes the trust will give that new or successor trustee a right to remove a beneficiary. And if that's the case, it's much easier. But keep in mind, if not, we want to make sure that the trustor or settlor's wishes are respected after they pass away. So if the parent is the trustor and the oldest son is the trustee, maybe they've had a falling out with their little brother or little sister, it should be very difficult for that new trustee or the big brother to cut out their sibling just because they've had a falling out. We want to respect the original wishes of the person that set the trust up. There are some unusual circumstances that allow it, such as stealing from the trust asset. So if a little brother is stealing property and big brother is the trustee, that's certainly a situation in which the beneficiary can be cut out. Sometimes in a situation where one of the beneficiaries is terminally ill and they're not likely to live long enough to receive benefits, they can be removed to simplify things. Of course, a beneficiary does have the right to contest any attempt to cut that person out of the trust. The other thing that sometimes can happen is that beneficiaries can disavow or refuse to receive benefits from the trust. For example, if that beneficiary is receiving some government benefits that require that person to not have many assets, then those assets might disqualify them from their benefits, so they can refuse or disavow being a beneficiary from a trust.